We're taking Wildin' Out on the road because the people want it. Bam!
Nick, when you was rapping, I was snatching out my ears. The only reason you relevant is because Mariah carries your career. Oh.
Wow!
He's an actor, television host, rapper, and comedian. Truly a man of many talents. The brains behind the hit show Wildin' Out, and he's now on the road with the Wildin' Out tour. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mogul, Nick Cannon. Brother, thank you so much for joining me.
How you
today.
doing, man?
I'm well, man.
That was fun looking back at that clip. That was
all what you created over the years with your team. It's been nothing but
awesome.
love.
Yeah.
Dude, Wildin' Out, the concept is so beautiful. How did you actually come up with that concept?
Man, I can't even, to be honest, it was part of the culture. We were already doing that in comedy clubs. What you see on stage is stuff that we've been doing for years as comedians and rappers. I feel like every comedian always wanted to be a rapper at some point. So, you know, me and my friends, guys like Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, Affion Crockett, like just guys that are just really multi-talented and multifaceted. When their careers were emerging at the very beginning, I just gathered them all around. Really, I was like, I just created this show to give my friends jobs. And now they all got more money than me. So, but honestly, it's just part of the culture. You know what I mean? We grew up with stuff like Def Comedy Jam and Living Color and Uptown Comedy Club. And we just kind of put our spin on it for our generation.
And did you know that Wildin' Out would be the cultural phenomenon that it is?
I had no idea. I mean, honestly, I was doing so many things back then, and that was opportunity at, you know, MTV wanted me to do a show. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to do Punk'd, but I'll do something like this with my friends. And look up 20 years later, and it's a brand that people are now grown up on. Yeah. Really, you know, they remember the first season, and they remember, like, it's crazy because now, because this, you know, our tour is a family tour, we have parents coming up saying, man, I grew up on this show, and their kids are like, I'm growing up on this show. So it's multi-generational. It's awesome.
So I got introduced to your acting from Drumline, right?
Yeah.
And is there a favorite line that you remember from that movie? Because I have a favorite line it has resonated with so many people across the world.
Man, I was one band, one
no,
set.
not
I was
even
like,
that
that's
one.
not even my line.
Right.
What is it?
It's when you walked up to your dad and you said, because I made it without you. Do you know that resonated with so many people who dealt with that in their lives?
It's funny, I see that clip go viral now because the line before that is like, I ain't got a whole bunch of kids running around.
Right.
It's like, that didn't age well.
But you still made it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that story, and I mean, it's just a coming of age story for a young black man. We rarely get to see it in cinema at that level. And the fact that it did touch so many people, because a lot of us grew up in single parent households, it's a sports film without it actually having to be about sports. So it kind of really tapped into the underdog. Like, a lot of people come to me like, man, you made marching bands cool.
You did.
Like,
you brought it back.
Like, I love it, man. Like, so even still to this day, and shining so much light on HBCU culture is a beautiful thing.
And we know when you're on stage, it's live. You in that moment of energy. Yeah. Have you ever fumbled a joke and lost the audience? And if so, how do you re-grab the audience? I'm not saying you ever fumbled, but because you're Nick Cannon, but I'm sure it happens.
I was about to say, absolutely. It's going to happen
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to go down tomorrow.
How do you grab the crowd back from that?
I think that is the beauty of Wildin' Out. I mean, if you watch the show, some of the funniest moments are when jokes don't hit, and you're surrounded by such talented and amazing, quick-witted people that they pick you back up. But that we go out there trying to make each other fail. like that's like we get some of the biggest laughs even amongst the cast of when somebody thinks something is gonna hit and then it's crickets. It's just like, that's some of the best stuff ever. So that's the beauty of being fearless in improv, because, you know, if there's some of the rules in improv is you never say no. It's always a yes and. And so you always are just trying to see how far you can take it, even if you know you're gonna fall flat on your face. So it's awesome.
And man, I see laughter as medicine, and the work that you guys do is so important, because in today's time, everybody's going through a lot of things.
Yes, man.
So when you're on stage and you see people laughing, how does that make you feel? Because sometimes people could be having the worst day, and they show up at one of your events and like, you know what, this helped save my life.
Man, we're conduits to God's energy. I mean, you hit it on the head. Like, humor heals. And it's because there's so much seriousness going on in the world, people are just looking to be relieved in some type of sense. So if we can offer that with our brand, man, that's what it's all about.
Nick Kenny, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
just for sharing the love, sharing the stage, bringing your family a part of it. And you guys can catch this man and the rest of the cast. Wildin' Out Live Tour 2024 is at the Desert Diamond Arena, September 28th, starting at 8 p.m.
Come rock with us. Come wild out.